What is up, everyone? It's John here with Stealth Options, the #1 options trading community. If you want to join our free Discord, the link is down below. If you want to see me trade live every single day with a team and post all my trades, stealthoptions.net. Click join our Discord now for another green day tomorrow. Anyway, in this one, we're going to be going over a trade recap from today on ticker symbol Roku. I know a lot of our advertising is based around the fact that you can pay your membership fee back in a single trade, and that is exactly what happened today. A ton of our new members capitalized on this, paid their membership off in a single trade, and can now enjoy the rest of the month for free. I'm going to go into my exact reasoning. Most people would charge you hundreds of dollars for this information. I'm doing it for free for our community. Leave a like and a comment below, subscribe, and make sure to invite a friend. Anyway, let's get into this. So, first off, where do I find Roku? Because I get 20 DMs a day asking, how do I find stocks? Okay, #1 suggestion, get yourself 5 to 10 stocks, and I'm not talking about Genus, GNUS, or, all these pump and dumps that you're seeing in the news. 5 to 10 solid companies, solid stocks that you can follow and familiarize yourself with the movement of. In the case of Roku, you can tell by this 180-day chart that I have traded this stock a lot over the last 6 months. All these, this big array of support and resistance lines. I'm very familiar with the movement of the stock, and it's very suitable to my strategy given that the intraday movement is really prime for day trading, given this thing can really run in either direction. So now that we get that out of the way, let's talk about how do I actually determine this. Now, I like to work from a outside-in strategy, meaning that I'll start on the longer time frames, kind of get a general sense of where the stock is sitting, what price levels are important, and then I'll work into the shorter time frames and eventually get into just the daily chart where I'll actually hit my entry for the day trade. So on the 180 chart, let's zoom in here. So I'm on Thinkorswim. If you want to download the free version of this, it's thinkorswim.net/papermoney, and you can get real-time data if you call and apply on their website. So zooming in on the 180 chart, you can see I identified this demand zone here, which a demand zone, if you think about it, if there's demand for something, that means there's buyers willing to buy something at a specific price. Now you can see that this level it touched and bounced off of twice, so that can act as a support, or in this case, a demand zone where there's buyers sitting there and they recognize that as a level where it might see a bounce and they want to get in for a good price. So you could see how that zone acted as a support twice, and right here, you can see our stealthy indicator actually hit a beautiful entry. This uses a combination of Bollinger Bands and average true range to determine entry and exit points, and it's indicated by these up and down arrows for buy and sell. So you can see it hit a beautiful buy entry here, and that was about a $10 move in the underlying, which in terms of options contracts, that would have been a hefty winner. So now that we got that out of the way, identified that demand zone and kind of this, weakness on the downside, and started to see some volume on these uptick candles. Now let's move to the 20-day, where we start to see a similar picture, but on a more detailed level, where this zone continues to act as a support level, and I identified a little bit, not a perfect inverse head and shoulders, where you could see here kind of one shoulder, then we get a head, and then we get another shoulder, and then the break. So if you're not familiar with chart patterns, an inverse head and shoulders is a bullish pattern, and I was looking to play the breakout. This was all broken down live last night on our Sunday night watch list. I had this trade planned, so that just goes to show you that luck is the residue of design. So with that being said, let's move on to the daily chart. Now, clearly you could see Roku, an absolute rocket ship today. Beautiful moves, and actually I missed out on a lot of opportunity despite still taking a nice win. I definitely could have taken more, so I'll show you what I mean. Now, right out of the gates, I saw this this down move, these big wicks, and this was showing a lot of bullish flow throughout the day. And I was monitoring it now. Right here is where I kind of identified this level that it was acting as a support. And right after I saw this bounce early in the day, I thought, geez, it might be a little too early. I usually typically like to wait till at least 10 o'clock to take any day trades because that first 30 minutes can be very volatile up and down. Now, here's where I really missed out. Stealthy hit this beautiful buy signal here, this ripping candle with a ton of volume, and unfortunately I missed out. Now, you could see this thing, we could have rode this up for a really nice move, and that would have been a great play. But, Stealthy was very accurate here. It did not even alert a trim or a sell until right here, and it was actually a perfect trim and sell alert because it did come down after that. Now, I alerted my trade live around 10:52, so that's around right here. Now, I saw this break to the downside. It was showing some weakness. I was seeing still a lot more bullish volume on these up candles, and I decided to try to play this bounce, thinking, it might come from here up, which did not happen, obviously. Now, still, I saw this pullback. I thought, you know what? We were very overbought out of the gates. This is probably a due pullback. I think we could still see some upside. And what do you know? We hit another buy alert here, and we broke back up into these highs from earlier in the morning. Now, so Stealthy hit this nice buy alert here, and we rode this move all the way up into almost the 109 level. And if we go to, you could see here, after that buy alert, it was pretty accurate. It didn't even alert a trim. It alerted a trim here, which was perfect because we saw, a little pullback, and then we just saw that bullish volume continue. And I was monitoring the flow on Roku all day. Heavy bullish flow, which was giving me even more confidence to stay in, knowing that there were some big buyers on Roku throughout the day. And I'll go over here to my trade tab where I actually traded Roku, and you could see in the bottom corner here, $76. Now, that would have paid your membership fee back in just one day. So that's pretty cool. Actually, not one day, one trade. And I was in the June 26th 120 call, and I was actually originally planning this for a swing. However, this move today, as you could see, it was just bullish all day. And I was actually driving, and I wasn't terribly active to manage the position, so I ended up taking about 40% on the trade, which I'm very happy with for an intraday trade. This thing was an absolute rocket ship today. I know a lot of members in our group took even more profit than me, and that is ultimately what's most important. So I hope this trade recap helps. I don't want to make this too long. If you guys want to see me trade live and post all my trades live every single day, stealthoptions.net. Join our Discord now. I hope to see you for a green day tomorrow. As always, like and subscribe, invite your friends, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.